represent Solomon Island people say. We people originally from.
Previously on Delos, we sailed to the remote atoll of Basas to India.
We're here at Basas. I can just start to make out the reef now. We're just a few miles away.
And had some of the most incredible diving of our lives.
It feels so good to be going fast again. Well, since we left Basas to India, we've been going super slow. Like 4 knots, 5 knots, and there's a nasty, nasty low pressure system coming up by Durban in like 36 to 48 hours. So we're making a run for Moputo. And now that we have some good speed, we can make up the miles that we lost the past 36 hours. And although there's enough wind to sail, we're running the motor as well, just to really get some speed up. We don't want to get stuck out in 40 or 50 knots out of the south. It would not be very nice out here. So all is good. The sun's about to come up.
A southerly blow against the Agulhas current in this part of the world is exactly what causes the infamous 20-meter ship-breaking waves. So our plan was to make our best possible speed west and run for the Mozambique port of Moputo to avoid the nasty weather coming our way.
Really, really beautiful morning. Just sitting here watching the sun go up, and it's so peaceful. We're not beating into it anymore. We actually kind of not going downwind, but it's behind the beam, which is very, very nice. And I don't know, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning on day 8, I think. And it's just stunning. Oh, we still have our friend with us. The little bird, he's still here.
Just after leaving Basas, this tired little guy landed on our deck. For the past day or so, he'd been chillin', hitchhiking a ride to wherever we were going.
I feel so sorry for it. I don't know if it feels too good. And he's kind of just strutting around, trying to find a good place to sit.
So what do I love about passages? Being on passage, you're so far removed from the rest of the world. It's probably one of the few places left on the planet where you can be disconnected all the time. You're in no country, you're in international waters, you have no internet. It's just you, and you lose track of everything. It's a great chance to be healthy. No drinking, no smoking, just rest, sailing, mental clarity, meditation. It's a good place to rebalance yourself being on passage. You can kind of get lost in the real world, and then you go to sea for 10 days or something, and you kind of are forced to recharge and reset your system. I think one of the coolest things about a long passage on the ocean is you're forced to adapt to the conditions. Yesterday we had no wind.
The current is against us and the wind has just completely dropped.
We were motoring, wasting fuel. Boat was rolling back and forth. It was just a frustrating day.
It's hard to decide, like, should we go, should we not go, should we stop in Moputo, like, is it gonna be really gnarly? Like, all the forecasts kind of show different things.
And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, nothing you can do to change the conditions. And then today, we have a beautiful sunrise, nice constant wind, and we're sailing in the direction we want to go at a good speed. And you can't really predict those sort of things very well.
So what's the news about the weather, Brady?
Oh man, these forecasts change every day, but they're changing in our favor, it looks like. Okay, so we have these southerlies coming up, which is going to be shit for us, but within 24 hours after that, they start switching southeasterly, and we can definitely sail in those winds. So if we did want to switch, because we're about in the middle of this now, we could head dead south. And then once these southerlies start to kick in around pretty much 24 hours from now. Once these start to kick in, if we're headed dead south, then we have a bit of sea room to start cutting this way. And then as the wind's back more to the east, we can adjust course, slide smoothly into Durban.
So would you say that our original plan to go into Moputo is no longer?
Yeah, I mean, we might be beating into 15, 20, 25 knots for a bit, but I think it's the better option than sitting at anchor. You okay with that, Karen?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Uli, you okay?
Yeah. Really.
Uli's okay with it?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Turn us south.
You ready for the big turn?
Whoa.
Hold on, birdie.
That feels good. It feels definitely like we're making the right decision. It's just so hard to tell.
Yeah.
These. But once the good thing is once that high starts settling in, it is very predictable. So now it's almost impossible for another coastal low to pop up because that high is so far to the east. So the worst now that could happen is we get stronger southerlies than we expect, but
We've been beating it to 25 knots before, haven't we?
we have.
Last few days have been pretty trying with the sailing. Like, we haven't had very much wind, and we've had to motor probably more than we've had on any passage that I can remember for a long time. And there's been current against us, and finally we've got a little bit of current, we've got wind, and we're making good progress in the right direction. So feels good. I just hope that it holds. We're about 310 miles north of Durban right now, and it will be really good to get there. Here's the conditions. Our wind gauge is acting up at the moment, so we've just turned it off so it doesn't mislead us. Karen's put out some telltales made from the plastic ties on our trash bags, so that we at least have some idea of the wind until we can get the wind gauge sorted out.
So it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Have a good one.
In the morning, and I just came on watch, and the wind is being real weird, like shifting a lot, and now all of a sudden it's like northwesterly winds. So we changed the sail. This is it's a little bit less bumpy, like bashing and stuff, so it's quite a lot nicer, but I don't think it will stay like this for very long.
The front for the low pressure system is here. I'd say we have a couple more miles before we get blasted with southerly winds, and then lots of rain, lots of thunder. It doesn't look nice. We have a bit of clear skies behind us, and then in front of us, motoring directly into the storm.
So the wind finally switched. This morning we started getting our southeasterlies, and I think we've got pretty close to 20 knots right now. So it's a good thing we did make our course correction yesterday and made our easting, because now we're on our port tack and our course is actually looking pretty good. I think we're headed pretty much straight to between Richards Bay and Durban, which is sweet, and the current should take us a little bit more south. So hopefully we should make Durban pretty soon. I think we're about 150 miles from Richards Bay, which means we're like 230 or 240 from Durban. It's a bit rough, but we're hanging in there. It's good to have wind though. Check it out.
How's it cooking?
I just got launched off the toilet into the door. I was sitting down to pee and a slam came and I flew off and I slammed into the door. I've never done that before. It's going good. Just adding some chicken stock to some water.
Nice.
We're gonna have chicken soup today.
Ooh, yummy. So hungry.
We're beating probably, I guess, 20 knots of wind southeast, and it's a bit rough.
Always gets the worst slams.
That area is now unlivable for the next 24 hours.
Yeah. It's a bit rough. I don't feel sick though, but it's just not ideal. But I think at least within like, I don't know how long, but 24 hours or something, like we should be there tomorrow, which is quite exciting because I don't know if I could do much more days than 2 days of this beating shit.
How's you feel, Jens?
Pretty good. Weather is getting better.
Yeah, the sun's came out.
Yep.
We're back into the high pressure system now. How is it to drive in these conditions?
It's interesting because you know you can outsteer the waves, but then you have to know if you have to outsteer the one that is coming. You know, it's a little bit. Mess it up again. A little bit difficult, but it's better than having the f***ing noisy autopilot.
It's almost 12 o'clock. Me and Jens is awake. Oh, you have to take this off. And it's some really gnarly squalls around us. And we have some thunder coming, I think. And we also have cargo ships running straight in our direction. So it's not ideal, but hopefully we will dodge this cargo ship as well. But I don't like thunder very much. Do you like thunder, Jens?
Not on the open sea.
Good
morning. So it's day 12 of what to me have seemed like a pretty long passage. I mean, last year we did it in like 9 days, and those 3 extra days is just a lot. And if you're wondering what is all these noises, it's the wind is gone. It looks like it might pick up a little bit later this afternoon, which would be really nice, because if we don't make it in by sunlight, we have to go in by night. And other than that, it's just been a bit trying last night was strange. It was squalls, thunder, cargo ships, and I think everybody had a bit of a trying night this last night. Laughing all over the place. I just came up here, Ollie's on board, and we can see land! And he wasn't even excited!
South Africa! Uli, why didn't you tell anybody?
I can smell the McDonald's. Is that land?
Is this land?
Where? Oh, hello!
Look at that! Some cargo ships, some land, some storms.
Wow.
We can see land, Brian.
Can we see land?
Yeah.
South Africa. I gotta see it. I gotta take it out. You can see it out the window.
Probably.
Oh, that's very exciting. We're back. Africa.
It feels good, huh?
Yeah,
To
cool.
see that land and know that, we'll be there in about probably 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. It was a good passage, but man, the weather really messed with us on this one.
It was tough, huh? It was like annoying
It
you
was
sometimes.
all over the place. Like there was wind for a little while, and then it would go away, and then it would leave like big swells in its place, and the boat was like, and the sails were all over, and it wasn't bad weather. It was just annoying weather. I think. And
nothing constant and a lot of
nothing
watering.
constant. It never ceases to amaze me how the sight of land ups crew morale. We'd spent 12 days at sea, covered over 1,400 nautical miles in a mix of conditions, and now Durban was within our grasp. Durban, port control, this is the yacht Delos on 09, over.
Delos, port control reply.
Yeah, good afternoon, port control. This is Delos here, Delta, Echo Lima, Oscar, Sierra. We are arriving and requesting permission to enter the port bound for the international jetty, over.
Can you say your last port of call?
Last port of call, Nosy Bay, Madagascar.
From say, have you been to Durban? Have you been to Durban before?
No, this is our first visit to Durban.
Okay. Thank you, sir. How far are you from the entrance of the port?
We are 2.5 miles out, ETA approximately 20 minutes, over.
You would have passed the breakwater when you enter the channel. You enter the breakwater, you're falling in.
Okay, I will call you after we pass the breakwater on 09, over. It had been 6 months since Delos left South Africa, living at sea and hopping from island to island and beach to beach. But now, we are totally ready for a bit of city life.
Oh, it feels so cool to be here. I don't know, I'm just really excited to get in and like tie up to the dock, and I don't know, just being in this city just makes me really excited. And maybe, I'm not sure yet, they will have hot showers. That would be a treat.
Yeah, good evening, port control. We have just entered the breakwater and are bound for the international pontoon, over.
Stay in the same direction you went. I will direct you as when you come closer you can see the point yacht club. Presently you head in the same direction and then keeping to your starboard side. As you enter port, keep to your starboard side.
Okay, copy that. We'll stay to starboard.
Standing by channel 09.
Suriname.
Durban. Good job, guys.
High five!
High five!
Good trip. Very good trip.
We made it, huh?
Yeah,
Tied up. We got a little, some sort of dock slip here.
first time getting into a country by boat.
Cool.
Great.
Got a first timer.
Oh, we can walk up to the yacht club and see if anybody's there. But somebody will know something.
To figure out the burger or something. Can you do eat a burger?
He's jonesing for McDonald's.
What?
Burgers and beers. We're back. Check it out. Good sail, guys. Good sail. Cheers. Cheers.
Well done.
Up next, we meet up with Carmageddon.
I'm excited to see Carmen's place.
I want to see where Carmen lives
the only thing we know of Carmen is her living with us.
and take a break from sailing to visit our family.
Okay, sweet.
First thing in the morning. That's a wrap.
Dang it! I got it now.
Going on in here.
That's like 12 days without a beer, bro.
Really? Is that a record?
No. Sea had. Oh, we had a beer at Bazast, India. That doesn't really count. It's after diving beer.